Hello everyone. We have not yet gotten new microphones attached to the phone, so our apologies in advance if you can't hear us. Also, we are in the beautiful rotunda of the Montana Capitol, so it's a little echoey, but hopefully you can hear us and not too many people start laughing at us as they walk by. So Nicole Rolfe here, and also Carly Johnson. Many of you know her, but she wasn't on the first live video, so want to introduce her, and she can introduce herself more when we get into the report. But the first thing we want to do as we get started is congratulate Jillian Street on her appointment to the Department of Ag Director. We are very excited for Jillian. We are so excited to work with her. We know she's going to do a fantastic job. If you know of anyone in the state who is passionate about agriculture, who knows about value-added agriculture, who has the true production experience, tick every box you can think of. Jillian does that, and we are so excited to work with you, soon to be Director Street. So a few other reminders. We just got done giving some tours to the Real Montana Class 6 Leadership Program. They are here for their Helena seminar. Carly and I are both actually grads of Class 2, so it was fun to get together with the new class, and that it reminds us that we have our very own Montana Farm Bureau Calling on the Capitol coming up on February 10th and 11th. Yep. And you can get registered now. Registration's online. And it's just $50 that covers your food while you're here. We have a room block set up as well, so make sure that you get here or get registered and get a room reserved. We're going to do all kinds of stuff. We're going to talk to you about the testifying process. We're going to talk to you about hot topics, where we are on lots of different pieces of legislation. We're going to meet with agency directors, including our newly appointed one, but many others as well. We're going to meet with legislators, chairmen of committees. We're going to sit in on floor sessions. We're going to meet with the governor and the Secretary of State, who's, by the way, their offices are on both ends of this beautiful rotunda here. So
you'll get to see this not only live on Facebook, but live in real life.
That's right. So we do a lot more than give tours and organize events. We are actually here working on a variety of bills. And I'm going to let Carly start off by talking about maybe a fire bill.
Yes. So this week in House Natural Resources, we heard House Bill 130, which is carried by Representative Lou Jones, a longtime friend of Farm Bureau. And that bill allows DNRC to, within 5 miles of their fire jurisdiction or local fire jurisdictions, to have immediate response to any fires that start. And the idea is that it's a lot easier to put out a fire that's the size of a table than a fire that has moved 5 miles into their jurisdiction. And the other part of that bill does is that it allows DNRC, it gives them authority to be able to bill the federal government for the good firework that they're doing in those sorts of instances on their behalf.
Yes. We also supported House Bill 80 in that same committee hearing. It simplifies the process. I called it a modernization bill because it changes the way that the bidding process works, competitive bidding process works for ag leases on state lands. Remember, ag leases are those that are farmed. Grazing leases are handled differently and called something different. So it streamlines the process by changing the bidding from allowing crop share bids to having cash bids. It's more straightforward, it's less paperwork, and we think it's going to be a good thing for our members, and our policy supports it. So that was another one. We had 3 bills in Senate Natural Resources that were relatively small cleanup type bills. One cleans up some of the language from House Bill 114, which was the streamlined permit and change legislation from last year. It also, there was that one. It cleans that up, and then the 2 others to kind of help us put into law more intentions about what stream gauges are for. This is actually law that's sunsetted and they put back into place. So good stuff, but relatively simple in the scheme of things, and those actually already passed out of committee. So some things are moving.
Yes. And you all probably heard last week about the cattle committee hearing. Thank you to all those that came and weighed in. We did put out an action alert on that this week. We're expecting executive action on that early next week. So if you have, now's the time to make your voice heard, and that bill certainly does need some support from folks that will have the opportunity to vote on that referendum.
Absolutely. That's a good reminder. So if you care about that, it really is important that you reach out to the House Ag Committee as soon as possible. So looks like we got through this without having any questions answered, but we will check back for them. Thank you for tuning in if you watched. It is getting wintry outside, and some of us need to head on to our next things for the day, but it's been a busy week. We know it's going to get even busier next week, and we look forward to talking to you then. Sign up for Calling on the Capitol. We'd love to see you.
And voter voice.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. We should put a commercial in for that.
Yes.
We put out a weekly update of all the bills we're covering, the policies that we use to take a position, etc. Every Friday, but if we don't have a current email address, we can't get those to you. Also, if you don't have a good email for us, if you're not signed up for voter voice, our action alerts don't get to you. So if you're a Farm Bureau member, make sure you get that up to date. If you're not a Farm Bureau member, make sure you become one.
Yes, and those links are on our website at mfbf.org.
Bye.